Hi, this is Mimi. Welcome back to my channel. Don't mind my dejected voice. I just recorded a bunch and my camera stopped and my microphone wasn't working. So here we are. Okay, here we are. This is video 3 of September Build a Journal Challenge. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're just tuning in, September Build a Journal Challenge is where I spend all of September walking you through how to make a journal step by step. I did this last year. I really enjoyed doing it. Last year was more in depth. That stuff, the playlist and the PDF for last year are linked below. The PDF for this year is also linked below, and as will be the playlist for this year will also be linked down below. So if you're tuning in late, doesn't matter, you can still do it whenever you want to do it. Okay, so yesterday we chose all of our paper. Great. Today we are cutting our paper, making a template, punching and adding our papers to the journal. Now this is where we ran into a little bit of a problem. I have already started doing this because I was recording and my camera stopped. So I'm just going to show you what I did. These are the 6x6 papers. All right, all I did was fold them over. So you do a little flap. And I did some this way and some this way. All right, so those are the 6x6 papers. I'm actually going to take them out so I can punch them because they get punched in a special way. These are, I don't know why I sound like that, the One Simple Stories piece of paper that I had that was like this vintage Halloween. I cut this to 6 by 7.5 and once again folded over, one on one way, one the other way. Then I had another piece of 12 by 12 paper from Simple Stories, and it was these journaling cards, these cards here, and I was like, oh, these are perfect. I want to use these as pages. So I just cut these down to size. As you can see, I screwed up punching them. We'll talk about it. So there's that. And then the other one, this one here was an 8 by 8, and I just trimmed off a bunch of the black all around, folded it over so we still see this beautiful paper. And then these are from the is that what it's called? Happy Halloween Ace American Crafts paper pad. I just cut them to size 4.5 by 7.5. All right, now we're going to learn how to make a template. All right. I've already done it, but I'm going to show you again. So you need a piece of paper that is 2 inches or whatever you want to do. I'm doing 2 inches, and I do 2 inches in case I have to keep punching because I screwed up, because it is trial and error for this planner punch board here. This planner punch board here is trial and error, so sometimes I mess it up. Oh, I need to cut this to 7.5 though. That would be helpful. All right. If you do not have a 6-hole binder punch, if you don't have one of those, if you don't have this planner punch board and you do have a hole punch, I'm going to show you how to make a template for a hole punch. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut your template to the size of your journal, okay? And then you're going to take a pencil and you're going to mark where your rings are, okay? You're just going to make marks where your rings are. See? Can you see them? They're just little pencil marks. You see them? And then you're just going to punch. And you're going to make sure that you punch so they're all in, like, you want to make sure that they're all the same height. Okay? So you're just going to punch those. And you're going to want to make sure that your line, if you're using what the hell is this called? A crocodile? I don't remember what it's called. You want to make sure that your line, like, in the middle of the hole. Okay, so there we go. And then this should fit perfect. Yep, look, perfect. All right, so then that's your template. All right, and you use the same one every single time. Use the same template. All right, now I'm using this We Are Makers Planner Punch Board, so I'm going to do the same thing. You come over here, you line everything up correctly, and you make a mark. Now, since I've already done this, I know my numbers, but I'll show you how I did it. I've already done it, so I know my numbers. You're going to open up, see, look, I already punched. And there are numbers and lines. Let's see if I can get it so you can see. You see there's lines and numbers, okay? And there's little notch. And this is what you sink into the notches on here at the line where there's little notches in here, and you sink this in, and that's where it goes. So what I do is I line it up here, and I look to see, and now this is 12. I look to see where it lands, and it lands at 12. The next one lands at 22. And then the next one lands at 30. Okay, which should not be right, but it is, because I've already tested it. And you're going to slip it up, and you're going to punch. Seriously though, that should not be right. But it is. See? It is right. Now you're wondering, what about the other side? You're going to flip it over and punch again. Okay? And then what I do, now other years when I've done this, I couldn't keep this together because I was crafting them in my room. But now I can. It's 22 and 30. And that's all I do, and then I would keep this in my binder. I already have one because I did one earlier. All right. Then let's get to punching. So if you're doing just a ring journal or a binder journal and you have your rings that you punch with a hole punch, you're going to use this that template. Like, you would just take the piece of paper and you would line it up and you would punch your holes. Okay? I don't have to do that because I have this. I'm going to put this in here though, just in case something happens and I need it. I'm going to put it in there. Now, I have ones that are smaller. So if you're going to be doing ones like these are 6 by 6 here, you would just take your template and line it up so all of your circles are on the piece of paper, and you would punch it that way. All right. Mine, I figured out if you put it line it up at the number 5. Okay, you line it up at the number 5 on these numbers here and punch, and then flip it and do the same thing. It should fit perfect. Okay, so we shall see. Look at that, perfect. Now, for this one is 7.5 like it's supposed to be. So I just slip it in, turn it, and punch again. Okay? So we have that done. This is also 7.5. So we're just going to punch, flip, punch. And then this one will also fit perfect. Okay, I have one other kind in here, and that is, where are they? These journaling cards that I'm using as pages. Once again, I'm going to line it up at 5 because this is a 6-inch paper. So I'm going to line it up at 5. And punch. And now I have this that fits perfect. Okay? I'm going to go through and I'm going to punch everything, and then I will come back and I'll show you everything that's been punched and how everything looks. Okay, all my papers are now punched, and I'm going to figure out what order I want them in. So I'm going to actually separate them by papers so I'm not putting, I don't end up putting like a bunch of these right in a row and not mix it up a little bit. So I wanted to start with this one. So I'm just going to put that in, and then I'm going to go on to probably a longer one. Some of these I punched so the front is in the back, so you're going up against like plain paper then. Does that make sense? And then going to use this one. I'm going to add one of these, and then one of these. And to me, it doesn't matter if there's white spots or not, because I can use journaling cards. I can add paper down to journal on. That's not a big deal to me. And then I think I'm going to use this orange here. Okay, and then let's get this one in here because it's the only one of its kind. How did I mispunch this? How did I mispunch? What did I do? I don't know. I mispunched and I don't know how that happened. So there we go. Come on. Oh no. It broke. Oh no. There we go. Oi, it got stuck. So we were at what, 30? This is why you write it down. We were at 30, 22, and 12. Which I still say does not sound like it works, but it does. Alright, I'm going to put this one in next. Did I not oh no, it got stuck. It's okay. We're okay. We're all gonna live. I promise. And it got stuck again. Okay. I have to switch this out with a different one. I don't want it to keep getting stuck. Thankfully I have spares. Alright. So, once again, I think the problem with this one was it was not exactly 7.5 inches. I think that was the problem with this one. So that was my error on my part. Alright. There we go. Now let's put in this one here. We're going to add one of these. And let's add one of these. Okay, add another, this one in here now, or let's add this one to the back, because for the last day of the month, for Halloween, we'll add that one to the back. Let's just add another one of these, I guess. And this one. Now let's add this. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just putting them in how I like them. I'm just grabbing. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm just grabbing. Let's add this cute plaid. This, by the way, is from Temu, this paper pad, okay? Let's do the spider webs. And then let's do this one here. And what do I have? What do I have left? Okay. Somebody commented on my videos telling me that hi Amy, that she didn't leave enough journaling space last year when she did the September Build a Journal Challenge. And I said, this is why this is great, because you are using a binder or a ring. You can easily add paper in. That's what's so great to me about a binder journal or a ring journal, is being able to add paper in when you need it. Alright, there we go. We have this all done. Okay, so let's take a look. Do a little flip through. No, someone's not doing laundry. I'm like, why is that making that noise? Maybe somebody is doing laundry. Must be the boyfriend. I never heard him come downstairs. Look at that, 2 blank pages right in a row. That's going to annoy me come another one. You know what, though? You know what we can do? Watch this. Boom. Done. Now it's not 2 blank ones. And there we go. And then there's the template. So it's in there and you have it. Okay? And here we go. Everything's all closed up. Look, I'm glad I did 4.5. Look at that. It gets you every time. You think you have more room, but you really don't. Keep that in mind. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one of this. Is going to be decorate your cover and cover page. Okay, that'll be the next video in this series. And I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you're already not. And don't forget to go to my Ko-fi page and download the free PDF if you are interested in following along and joining along. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your day.